They're all around me, circling like vultures. They wanna break me and wash away my colors. Wash away my colors. Take me high and I'll sing. Oh, you make everything okay, 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 okay. We are one and the same. Oh, you take all of the pain away, 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 away. Save me if I become my demons.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of HCCW Live here on YouTube. We are coming to you from Erie, Pennsylvania, and we are at our last stop before we make our way to Aftershock. We have got a night absolutely stacked with matches with Aftershock implications, so let's get to the match card. First up, we start things off with the Eclipse division that has been capturing everybody's imagination as we see Cassidy Marshall and Sarah Bourne battle it out for the mandatory challenger spot. Then straight into the Velocity trials, FaZe, Deacon, who will move on to Aftershock to face the champion, who is currently Creed Williams, but after a mystery match here tonight with the title on the line in the Velocity trials, will he be the one making it to Aftershock? Then Alina looks to get back to winning ways after a disappointing loss to Sarah Bourne last time out. Then a very personal matchup as we see Toxicity take on the Dark Coalition after the Dark Coalition's attack on them last week for the #1 contendership for the Tag Team Championships. Then a very interesting matchup. The next superstar, Pete Miller, take on unyielding Rygo in the Chosen Division. And then in our main event, a hotly contested match that I'm looking forward to, ladies and gentlemen. It will be Undying Horror taking on Immovable Jay Musa to see who will take on the champion, Rob Wallace, at Aftershock. But we will be starting here with the Eclipse division, as we mentioned, the division that has been absolutely stealing the spotlight right now, and two of the most talented competitors in that division will face off head to head here.
This bout is scheduled for one fall and is for the Eclipse division. Mandatory challenger spot. Introducing first, hailing from Dublin, Ireland, Cassidy Marshall.
Cassidy has made absolutely no secrets about her intentions here in HCCW. She has made it 110% clear that her eyes are fully on the HCCW Eclipse Championship and that she will do anything and go through anyone to get to it. But tonight she faces a HCCW original to earn that right.
And introducing her opponent, hailing from Edmond, Oklahoma, Sarah Bourne.
As you can hear from the crowd reaction, Sarah Bourne is an absolute fan favourite here in HCCW. Not to say that Cassidy Marshall isn't, but Sarah Bourne is 100% the HCCW fans' #1 Eclipse competitor, and she put on an absolutely stellar match against Alina 2 weeks ago, and then last week would answer the call when Cassidy Marshall was talking about the mandatory spot. This is somewhat of a dream match for a HCCW viewer. These two could easily be facing each other, Eclipse Championship somewhere down the line, but Sarah Bourne, just like Cassidy Marshall, has her eye on the belt. This one does have a big fight feel, ladies and gentlemen, it does have to be said. Sarah Bourne, Cassidy Marshall. This could be an Eclipse Division Championship match at some point in the future. A lot of people speculated that Sarah Bourne would be the first Eclipse champion. However, Ayana did take advantage of that three-way, as we're seeing Sarah Bourne putting those educated legs to good work early on. Lots of similarities between these two in the way that they do go about their business in the ring. A lot of strikes, a lot of kicks specifically in their arsenals. We know both of them are huge fans of using the roundhouse. However, a little bit of a different look here from Sarah Bourne early doors, that she's going for a bit more of a wear down approach. However, there is a big toe kick to the abdomen, but now a quick wheelbarrow out of nowhere ends up with a face plant for Sarah Bourne straight into a cover, but only a 1 count here for Cassidy Marshall early doors, catching Sarah Bourne a little bit unawares. The arm drag to stop the offense of Cassidy Marshall after Sarah Bourne was stunned somewhat. She'll now drag her over to the ropes. Sarah Bourne looking for Hill, setting her up on the middle rope. Sarah Bourne now going to hit her. It could be a guillotine, but no, it is just a straight drop kick, compressing the neck of Cassidy Marshall across that rope. Big step up enziguri following that, but Sarah Bourne surprisingly quickly back to her feet. Cassidy Marshall taking control again though, and landing these big running double knees into the corner. Cassidy Marshall has been bullish in her approach to trying to get her way to the Eclipse Championship. Oh, big powerbomb onto the back of the head, and you can see Sarah Marshall immediately grabbing at the back of the head as more kick offense comes in from Cassidy. As I was saying, Cassidy has made it abundantly clear that her only aim is to go after the Eclipse Championship and to get the mandatory spot to do so, as Sarah Bourne breaks up the grapple there and now looks like she's going to go for a neck breaker. Sarah Bourne seems to be going for a bit more of a wear down offense here. Elbows now to the top of the head, only one this time. We have seen her in the past hit multiple, but Sarah Bourne seems to be, whoa, as she goes to the roundhouse out of absolutely nowhere there. We were talking earlier about how both these women love that roundhouse kick, and Sarah Bourne was looking to put this one away early doors, but Cassidy Marshall now lining Sarah up for something. What's she looking for? Is it going to be early doors? It is going to be the GTS followed into the kick. It's Marshall's Law, and Cassidy Marshall may wrap this one up early. 1, 2, oh my god. Sarah Bourne out of Marshall's Law. Only the first person we've seen kick out of Marshall's Law. Obviously, Cassie's only had one match before this, but that's not the point. The first person we've seen kick out of that move so far, as now we're seeing a bit of chain wrestling coming in from Cassidy. This one has started at an absolute fever pitch. Both of these women throwing everything they can at each other early on. Sarah Bourne going for the roundhouse. Cassidy Marshall hitting Marshall's Law, and a quick snap suplex now from Sarah Bourne as she's looking to take over this one. However, a counter back as she's whipped off to the other side. Another counter back though with the arm drag from Sarah Bourne now, as she's going to look to set up Cassidy on that top rope and just whip the rope off into her neck, stunning Cassidy Marshall. Big stomp to the arm, and now the arm's being targeted, maybe trying to take away that lift from Cassidy Marshall to get her into the GTS for Marshall's Law. It is surprising to see Sarah Bourne go for the wear down, but Cassidy Marshall is aware of this one and then hits a big snap DDT with a kip up afterwards. Cassidy Marshall now taking over, but as I say that, an arm drag from Sarah Bourne, counter back with a punch to the abdomen from Cassidy, and then a big kick as both women went for it, and a snap suplex. Cassidy Marshall answering back Sarah Bourne's earlier snap suplex, big knee drop to the face. These women are holding nothing back so far. It looks like another suplex may be coming, but no, that one is counter back. Once again, you're seeing the highest level of Eclipse action here. Chop into the corner, and then a huge drop kick. Oh my god, did you see Cassidy's head snap to the side on that drop kick there? That was brutal from Sarah Bourne as she targets those arms once again. Big stomp all over Cassidy Marshall, kick on a snap DDT, face first into the mat. Sarah Bourne taking over the striking in this match so far. The experienced head of Sarah Bourne showing up with a huge spear into the cover. That could be it. but not even a 1 count on this one. Cassie not with a good way of doing it. There is the roundhouse, and that usually sets Sarah Bourne up to look for the Life Weaver, and she's going to go for it and land it. Sarah Bourne now could have this match completely wrapped up. She looks to be our mandatory challenger, but no! Both women have kicked out of each other's finisher, and I cannot believe, and neither can Sarah Bourne, that Cassie Marshall is still alive in this one. More back and forth action, chopped in the corner from Sarah Bourne. Cassie Marshall now trying to look for something. She's going to whip Sarah over the top rope. Looking for a snapmare straight back in, followed by a kick to the back. May have caught Sarah Bourne in the head there, and I think she knows she has her stunned. She's going for a cover, but she's not got her anywhere near stunned enough. Another big kick to the back, targeting that back, maybe trying to take away the Bourne bomb, the swanton that Sarah Bourne looks for when the Life Weaver just won't work. And like I said, interestingly, something not that these women don't do too often, looking for a bit more of that wear down offense. Sarah Bourne now has Cassie up on the shoulders. What is she looking for? She's going to drop her across that top rope again. Cassie now though fighting off of the ground with a big shot to the abdomen. Again with Sarah Bourne, huge punch. Snap measure off, and that PK to the chest of Sarah Bourne. The feet are flying in this match. Now Cassie going to try and take away Sarah Bourne's kicking offense, targeting the knee with a brutal punching combo into the cover. Only a 1 count, way too much life left in both of these two superstars at the moment. Drop kick misses. Sarah Newton's coming, tries to go for the flying clothesline, but that misses as well. Now stunned, and it's a huge side kick from Cassie Marshall. She takes control of things once again. 2 count on this one. Cassie thought she may have Sarah. She's definitely caught in the jaw with the heel of that foot, and she's lining up for it again. Are we going to see a second Marshall's Law? No. Sarah Bourne had this one scouted, kick to the abdomen, but as she tries to follow in on the offense, she gets caught by one herself, but it's another counter back with the elbows to the face of Cassie Marshall. Cassie runs in, but she's going to get caught with that half and half suplex. She also hung her legs off of the ropes there, so her knees might be screaming in pain right now as Sarah Bourne looks to squeeze a bit more of the life out of her, and another elbow to the top, and Sarah Bourne stopping to take a breather here. Both women have been moving at an incredible pace. Big shots to the chest, and another one. Double arm sledges, spear into the corner from Sarah Bourne, and she's looking to line Cassie Marshall up for that big back elbow. Cassie Marshall stunned out the corner, and there is the roundhouse once again. She thinks she's got her out, but only a 2 count. Cassie is still in this one. Sarah Bourne, she looks like she's looking to the corner, and that she is. She is going up to the top rope, but Cassidy getting back to her feet. Not going to lay down for this one, but she will lay down for that one because it's a missile drop kick to the face. Big back elbow, not the Life Weaver, but just a back elbow to stun Cassidy as she sent off into the rope. Drop down for Bourne, she went for the spear, but Cassie knew it was coming. She caught her with a knee to the side of the head, and Sarah Bourne now may be out as she is taking kick after kick to the face. Big lariat. Somehow Sarah Bourne pops up off the mat. Side kick to the abdomen now from Cassie on the counter, and a big step up into Guru once again, and then another PK to the chest. Snap suplex once again. Cassie thinks she's done enough, but not even a 1 count. What a match this is between these two so far, and Cassie now gonna look to slow things down, catch a breather, maybe re-evaluate what she's gonna do herself in this one. But Sarah's not gonna let her keep it in for long as she gets those back elbows to the abdomen. Whips Cassie off into the corner, big back chop, snapmare, and the drop kick to the side of the head that we saw earlier, stunning Cassie Marshall once again. Sarah now also almost not knowing what to go for, these women. They're just trying to wear each other down, trying to sap each other's energy, trying to take away what the other women's got left in the tank to try and finally put this away with one of those big strikes that they love to use so much. But right now, both of them struggling to do so. Kick to the leg from Sarah, but Cassie slips behind with her own kick to the leg. Now, going to reverse Sarah around. She looks for that spinning elbow neck breaker across the chest. Cassie Marshall taking a bit of a breather here, waiting for Sarah Bourne to get up to her feet. But no, now she's going to get onto her, drag her, and that big kick to the side of the face, and Sarah Bourne may be out on this one. But Cassie Marshall climbing to the top now. What is she looking for here? Big frog splash across the chest of Sarah Bourne. Not a move we've seen Cassie Marshall use a lot. And she goes for another kick to the back, but Sarah Bourne eating this one. But she can't do anything once she gets to her feet, and another side kick to the side of the face. Planted across the knee, more damage to the back, and it seems like Cassie has a new avenue of attack here. But as I say that, those big kicks to the forehead, she is definitely still trying to knock out Sarah Bourne here. And now, what is this? Submission offense from Cassie Marshall, not something we're used to seeing, but she is targeting that back. The knee across the back, lion tamer style with the shooting star. Maybe not the clover leaf, to be fair. Sarah Bourne feeling the effects of that one. But straight up into the shoulders with the Hurricane Rana. Sarah Bourne snap elbow drop to the chest. Both of these two have put each other through the ringer so far, but neither one of them willing to stay down. Ooh, big kick to the abdomen there. Winding Cassie Marshall into the cover from Sarah Bourne, but only a 1 count. Both women back to their feet here as Sarah Bourne drags Marshall to the corner, and now just going to slam her face on that top turnbuckle, the mandatory 10 times. Try and just take more from Cassie, try and stun her. Maybe then the roundhouse kick, or maybe even the life reaver will work, but once again only a 1 count. And now the signature knee to the back, and it looks like Sarah Bourne may be looking to go up for the Bourne bomb. Cassie is trying to move, but no action. She's pulling Cassie to her feet. Is she looking for the missile drop kick once again? No, she goes cross body this time on Cassie Marshall. Cassie is out on her feet here. Another snap suplex from Sarah Bourne. More kicks on the ground as both women still trying for this one. But now Sarah Bourne clipping Cassie to the ground, and she's gone for a single leg Boston Crab. Like I said, they are reaching deep in their bag here to try and find any way of getting their opponent out of there. Both women going for submissions, which they're not known for. And now Cassie Marshall turning this match around with a huge bulldog, dropping Sarah Bourne face first. Tries to whip her off to the corner, but she is countered. Now Cassie in trouble in the corner, but it's a big kick to the face for Sarah Bourne, and then that reverse neck breaker. Huge bulldog to follow. This has been a brutal match so far. More damage to the lower back of Sarah Bourne as Cassie Marshall looks for the cover, but once again it's only 1. Now both women, after everything they've been through so far in this match, now just struggling to even get an advantage in the collar and elbow tie-up. Cassie Marshall pushing Sarah Bourne to the corner, and then before the referee's fully moved, Cassie goes for the clothesline, stunning Sarah Bourne, and then the face wash just scraping her foot. As you can hear a couple boos ringing out around in the crowd there. Goes for the cover, but Sarah Bourne not even letting her get a 1, but taking more damage to that lower back. Cassie Marshall now going to go for the snap suplex, but no, it was just a stalling suplex. I think Sarah Bourne manages to wiggle out the back, whipping her off to the other side of the ring. And then the duck down into the huge spear once again. Sarah Bourne, second time she pulled this out, and now she's going for this forearm strike, stunning Cassie. Shot to the abdomen, and then the big judo throw over her hip. More kick offense from both these women. Half and half suplex from Sarah Bourne. This is incredible as Sarah Bourne is trying to fire up this crowd to give her that bit of energy she needs to put this one away. Leg drop across the neck. But no, jawbreaker from Cassidy, who is still in this one. Crucifix bomb to the mat. Stomp to the head for good measure as well. This has been brutal between these two. Cassie Marshall now got the arm grab, but she'll go for that single leg monkey flip. I don't think either of these two know what to do to put the other away. Maybe they just need to go for the same thing as Cassidy Marshall does exactly that, but the third side kick misses. Stomps to the back of the head from Sarah Bourne, and she's trying to get the crowd on side to fire herself up, whips her off, and now the go around neck breaker from Sarah Bourne as she stares down at what has probably been one of the toughest challenges of her career so far, but she gets countered back with a snap suplex. This is an insane match. I can't barely even keep up with the pace of what's going on in this one right now, as the chin lock is applied again from Cassidy Marshall, trying to squeeze the last bit of energy that Sarah Bourne has. But Sarah Bourne is not one to give up. She's not one to back down, and she is delivering those elbows to the abdomen. Now, what is she looking for here? Another neck breaker, more damage to the head. Looks like Sarah Bourne maybe looking to try and wrap this one up. Maybe a roundhouse coming soon. No. What is she going for here? Oh my god, looks like she's going to go for a high cross. But no, Cassidy Marshall gets out the back with an arm drag, but it's a kick up from Sarah Bourne, and then she hits the running enziguri that we've seen Cassidy Marshall use so much during this match. Stunning Cassidy, the roundhouse kick to the side of Cassidy's head. She is down. That may be it. But no, Cassidy still manages to roll a shoulder off of the mat. This is insane. I don't know what it's going to take for either one of these women to beat the other. As Sarah Bourne now just gets pushed down to the ground. I'm stumbling over my words because I can't believe the amount of action we've already seen in this match and the pace that this match has set, as Cassidy Marshall gets Sarah up onto the shoulder, drops her neck first across that top rope. And like I always say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I may say rope, but that is steel wire. When that hits your neck, that is absolutely lethal. Takes all the breath out of your body. And now Cassidy Marshall is taking control. Single leg monkey flip once again into the cover, but still only a 1 count. Will she enter that lower back again? Yes, she will. Sarah Bourne's back must be absolutely screaming in pain. Oh my god, there's the cockiness of the Irish woman right there in Sarah Bourne's face, taunting, then going for what looked to be some sort of uranagi, but she gets countered back with a Hurricane Moana. Leg drop across the neck from Sarah Bourne. I do not know how this is going to end, but surely these women have to be running on empty, as it looks like Sarah Bourne is going to line up Cassidy for another life reaver, and she hits it. That must be the end of this one, as Sarah Bourne goes into the cover. What the hell? How has Cassidy Marshall rolled a shoulder off the mat there? That must have been 2.99. I cannot believe that Cassidy Marshall is still in this one. Sarah Bourne goes for the corner drop kick, but now a big punch to the head. Both these women just striking back and forth in this corner. And this one has broken down to an all-out fight. Sarah Bourne getting the front face lock, hooking her up, scoop slam, hammerlock. The arm of Cassidy Marshall underneath out on the arm that she did target earlier. And now more wear down offense from Sarah Bourne. I don't think she can believe that she's still in it. And look at this. You can see the knee there from Sarah Bourne. She is in pain. Her body must be screaming right now as she hits the snap on the mat there. Now targeting the knee with a snap leg breaker on Cassidy Marshall. Cassidy in a world of trouble. I don't think she's even recovered as she gets hit with that big roundhouse while she was on one knee. But somehow she's recovered. Somehow she's pushing Sarah Bourne off. Now the double stomp to the abdomen and a roundhouse to the face for Sarah Bourne herself. And now Cassidy going absolutely crazy. Stomps wherever she can land them. Signaling to the crowd, asking for energy here. As she's looking to try and put Sarah Bourne away. She's going to whip her off into this corner. Big back drop kick. Sarah Bourne now in a world of trouble. She gets hit with a kick to the side. And then another stomp to the abdomen. Trying to go for the roundhouse to the face again, but she gets countered with a dragon screw. Oh my god. What else do these two have in the locker? More of these head scissor elbows to the top of the head. Cassidy Marshall looks like she is out on the mat once again. What else does Sarah Bourne have? She goes for the roundhouse. but once too many. Big side kick from Cassidy Marshall. Put Sarah Bourne down, but Sarah Bourne manages to counter back, and she is rallying. She's managing to hit those forearm shots. Then the spear in the corner. She's going to go for the big back elbow that we saw her at earlier, and she hits it once again. She goes for the roundhouse, but it is ducked again. What is going on? Double knees from Cassidy Marshall in the corner. Now Marshall is looking to line up her own finish here. What is she looking for? It is going to be Marshall's Law. Sarah Bourne can't stop the GTS. And then the kick to the face. Is this finally going to be the end of this match? What? Here. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. We have just witnessed an absolute classic here in HCCW. It may be the first classic that we have had since our YouTube debut. And this is going to be a rivalry that lives throughout the ages. What a match in the Eclipse division. Cassidy Marshall, Sarah Bourne, they deserve all the flowers, because in match 1 of this episode, the show has royally been stolen by these two. Absolute warriors. We saw the Life Reaver. We saw 2 Marshall's Laws, 3 Life Reavers. It was an absolute... It was just carnage. These two have put each other through absolute hell. But Cassidy Marshall walks away as winner. You see in the background, there's the replays are going on. I can't even get my head around commentating these replays for you right now, ladies and gentlemen, because my mind is absolutely blown with the resilience of these two, with what they just put each other through, and how both of them just kept surviving. I have to say, Jasmine Oka, Ayana, whoever walks out of Aftershock as champion, you have got one hell of a battle on your hands. As we saw here, Sarah Bourne took full control of the match. She went for the big roundhouse, after the elbow in the corner, but it was dodged once again by Cassidy Marshall. She would rip her off with the double knees into the corner, and then it would be Marshall's Law, the second Marshall's Law, to seal the victory for Cassidy Marshall. What a match!
Here's your winner and the new mandatory challenger for the Eclipse Championship, Cassidy Marshall.
Cloud in my brain, I
Well, if you can believe it, that was our opening contest of the night. Next up, we head into the Velocity division for the first of 2 Velocity trials.
This bout is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a Velocity Trials match. Introducing first, hailing from Brooklyn, New York, FaZe.
This is the last hurdle between FaZe and Aftershock. A win here tonight guarantees him a championship match at Aftershock. He will hope that it will be against Creed Williams after his match later on tonight, but this is what FaZe said he could do. He said he would prove himself, and this is the last step to doing that.
And his opponent, hailing from Huntsville, Alabama, Deacon.
Deacon is still bitter. You can see it in his face that he is not stood here today as your HCCW Velocity champion. He wants nothing more than to fight for that belt once again and to win that belt. And if he can take out FaZe here tonight, he will take his place in the championship match at Aftershock. Well, this division has been known for their high impact, high speed matches. However, after what we just saw from the Eclipse division, these men are going to have one hell of a job on their hands to beat the action there. But as you see early on, what we know Deacon has become known for, that technical wrestling that he is so well versed in, wearing down his opponent. But it looks like FaZe isn't going to shy away from the challenge. We know that FaZe, he mentioned he will take on any competitor in their favoured style, and he feels like he can take advantage as he goes behind here with a drop toe hold, planting Deacon, maybe even getting advantage of the early goings, but Deacon now switching to those strikes into the big underhook suplex. FaZe though with still more than enough life in him, goes for the European uppercut, catching Deacon in the chin, but eats a big elbow and then a huge clothesline out to the floor, and Deacon is feeling like he's got the advantage early on. Trying to go for a strike on the floor, but FaZe is more than aware, not even willing to battle Deacon out there, straight back into the ring. Deacon missing the punch. FaZe now hooking him up, going to go for that spinning Falcon's arrow. An early 1 count for FaZe. FaZe is desperate to get his hands on Creed Williams and the Velocity Championship, which is exactly why he accepted these Velocity trials. As he goes for the splash in the corner, Deacon ducks out to the side. Deacon now going to look for a big jumping suplex, a lot of pop behind that, and then the back trip. 1 count for Deacon now. Deacon is way more of a technical Velocity competitor, not so much the high-flying antics, not so much the exciting stuff that we tend to see from this division, but more of that hard-hitting ground style, as you're seeing with the suplexes here in the big knees. Big kick to the face, and he's going for that signature suplex face buster into the cover. Only managing a 1 count here though. Deacon though is in full flow here and is in full control of this match, and it looks like he may be looking to put this away early here as he is lining up for that wire's edge, and it does connect into the cover, but only a 2 count. Impressive resilience shown by FaZe there, the exact kind of resilience that you'll need to walk away with a championship. Deacon though is absolutely brutalizing FaZe here. FaZe obviously last week did go through a Velocity Trials match against TJ Starr, but that was way more of a high-flying affair. So far this one has been brutal ground and pound on the part of Deacon. Another side suplex, dumping FaZe high on those shoulders. Stomp to the back now, and then wrenching on the neck of FaZe is Deacon, taking the life out of the prospective challenger for the Velocity Championship. And now Deacon lining up again for another side suplex face buster, and then a big jumping knee to the side of the face. FaZe is in a world of trouble here, and if he doesn't find a way to break away from Deacon here, he may find himself without a championship match. Oh my god. Deacon picking up FaZe's shoulders. Deacon feeling confident in this one and clearly feels like he has got this match completely wrapped up as he goes for that Olympic slam there. FaZe is in trouble and needs to do something quickly to find himself with a chance in this match. Big backbreaker again. Another side suplex face buster from Deacon, and he is now just saying that he's out of breath, but I feel like he may be saying that in some sort of a sarcastic light. But now Deacon, what is Deacon going for here? Deacon going to the top rope, which is not something we see from him very often. Gonna go for a diving elbow straight to the heart of FaZe, and he can see his prospective challenge at Aftershock quickly slipping away from him here. Deacon now sending FaZe out to the floor, and we saw earlier FaZe tried to get back in as quick as he possibly could. Didn't want any part of Deacon on the outside of the ring. But what is Deacon looking for here? Taking FaZe over to the barricade. Now got him leaned up against it. What is he going to go for here? Setting him up on the barricade here. Punches to the abdomen. What is Deacon looking for here? Somewhat of a taunt to a legendary high fly himself, and then going for the barricade leg drop, and everybody knows who made that move famous, and Deacon pulling it out. And I have to say, it probably is somewhat ironically from the man that is known to be the grinder, man who's known to be a striker, a suplexer, a technical master, and he's into the cover here. But FaZe still somehow has life left in him, but it is slowly sapping away from FaZe as he is being absolutely dominated by Deacon in this match. Deacon giving himself a bit of a breather here, but FaZe now managing to counter back. Maybe he can get himself back into this match with a shot to the stomach and then a springboard crossbody, but you can see the amount of damage that FaZe has already taken. He is struggling even when he is the one delivering the offense. Underhooks here, gonna look for that suplex stunner from FaZe into the cover, but only a 2 count, catching Deacon somewhat unawares, trying to catch him off guard, and that may be the only way that FaZe stands a chance in this match after being absolutely beaten down for the majority. Hard whip into the ropes and then goes for that jumping knee that we see Deacon use so much. Looks like FaZe is still trying to use his opponent's move against him even after the beating he's taken in this match. FaZe now going to look something else, but no, Deacon with the arm drag still in this one. Kick to the abdomen to double FaZe over, going for the suplex, but Deacon, FaZe managing to slide out the back of the suplex. Deacon knows the faster of the two men, gets to punch in, but now gets fireman carried over. Going to be a side suplex from FaZe, but is struggling to get back to his own feet, and I'm not even surprised with the amount of damage he's taken so far. But that is going to be the sling blade, and that usually sees FaZe set up for the hood bomb, but no, goes for another springboard crossbody. But you can see he's slow to get back to his feet, but now rallying the crowd behind him. This is the signature stuff we see from FaZe, but can he afford it at this point in the match with all the damage that he has taken? Looking for the suplex once again, but no, gets a knee delivered to the top of the head instead. Deacon trying to go for the shot, but FaZe manages to take control of him and drags him over to the corner. And it's a staple here in HCCW that if you don't at least once in your career slam the head of your opponent into the top turnbuckle 10 times, are you really signed with HCCW? And then a huge lariat puts Deacon down, and it looks like momentum is shifting, but no, the European uppercut from Deacon. Then go for the big shot, but no, it is countered back, and now the head scissors from FaZe, taking momentum fully out of Deacon's hands, but Deacon pops back up, and I spoke too soon because it's a sit out lariat from Deacon that fully swings things back in his favour. Deacon now clotheslining FaZe over the top rope, and he is going to go up to the top once again. This is not something we see from him too often. He tries to go for the knee drop to the outside, but misses completely, and his knees must be in absolute agony here. Tries to go for another knee strike, but gets countered back. More counters back as Deacon takes us back into the ring. He doesn't want to give FaZe the chance to take a count out maybe. Snap suplex from FaZe on Deacon here. Now somewhat stunned is Deacon as we see that break dancing leg drop from FaZe. Stomp to the back of the arm. Deacon in a world of trouble all of a sudden. He was in complete control of this match. Could have even put this match away earlier in this contest between these two, but decided instead to pick up the shoulders of FaZe. Now Deacon may be regretting those choices. Clothesline to the back in the corner. FaZe just trying to line up his next move. It's going to be a running drop kick to the side of the head. Deacon struggling to get back to his feet here now, as FaZe is going to look to target the gas tank of Deacon. Maybe take a bit of his stamina out and then look for a big shot to finish this off. The bow and arrow now. Deacon is struggling to find a way out. As I say that, commentator's curse once again. Deacon makes his way back to his feet. Big elbow to the abdomen and another jumping knee to the side of the face. FaZe once again rocked. Deacon now getting FaZe to his feet, looking for that big punch that usually spins his opponent around for the back suplex. Trying to go for something on the apron here, but Deacon has countered it back, tries to go for a big shot, but no. FaZe back into the ring, massive shot to the face and a huge drop kick straight to the back of the head of Deacon. FaZe trying to fire up the fans here, doing that shout that he does so often. One clothesline, back elbow, firing Deacon off into the corner, but no, he gets reversed. Hope he's going to manage to slip out just in time, and then with a kick to the side of the head. FaZe now stepping back in between the ropes, big kick to the abdomen, another sling blade from FaZe. What is he going to look for here? Up onto the shoulders, good bomb, and that should be this match done. And FaZe does walk away the winner of this Velocity trial, which means he guarantees himself a shot at the Velocity Championship at Aftershock. And you have to now think that Deacon is regretting his actions of lifting FaZe's shoulders off the mat when it looked like things were done. He hit that huge big double underhook backbreaker and then would pick the shoulders of FaZe up. But FaZe after that would manage to mount a comeback. He would manage to find something deep within himself, and he would find that heart and fight that he needed to get his offense in. He would manage to find what he needed to hit the hook bomb, and he will walk away with his challenge intact.
Here's your winner, and moving on to Aftershock to challenge for the Velocity Championship, FaZe.
You would have to think that FaZe will have his eyes locked on the next match of the champion, wasting absolutely no time interrupting FaZe while he was celebrating, locking in his challenge. The champion wants to get in the head of his potential challenger should he survive his match. Wasting absolutely no time here, getting in FaZe's head, not even letting FaZe have a full celebration, but you have to think that the challenger has the leg up here, as he is the only one who knows who Creed Williams will defend his title against next. Creed Williams has no idea in this open challenge, in the Velocity trial, who he will be facing, who is his final hurdle to make it to the championship match at Aftershock. And this rivalry has really intensified recently between these two. These two do not like each other, but they also both want to show the other up as much as they possibly can. And that title in Creed Williams' hand right there is what this is all about. And especially, there will be new championship issued at Aftershock. There's an even bigger match as a brand new shiny title will be handed to the winner of that match. Chosen division competitor. Is this right? Is this the right guy? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe who this is.
This bout scheduled for one fall is a Velocity Trials match for the HCCW Velocity Championship. Introducing the challenger, hailing from Rome, Italy, the pride of Italico, Guido.
I hope you'll forgive me for my stunned silence for a minute there, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't believe that we're about to see Guido challenge for the Velocity Championship. This man was a 230-pounder. In week 1 of HCCW, he challenged the now chosen champion to become the first chosen champion. And now here he is. You can see absolutely leaned out, shredded to bits, but he is challenging for the Velocity Championship.
And introducing the champion, hailing from Kansas City, Missouri, the man of the future, Creed Williams.
Well, this Velocity trial just got a hell of a lot more interesting. A former chosen division competitor, a former heavyweight, cutting down to cruiserweight in less than 2 weeks to face off for the Velocity Championship and the chance to defend that belt if he wins here tonight at Aftershock against FaZe. This is insane. Creed Williams knows he needs to start things off quickly. He needs to try and sap the tank of Guido. Guido will have a decided power advantage because even though he's dropped down those weights, it looks like he's kept a lot of that strength, a lot of the muscle. So he is going to have a decided power advantage over the champion. Trying to go for a kick to the abdomen, but countered back by the champion. You have to imagine that Creed Williams is absolutely rocked now. He must have had the names of everybody that could have come up against him in this surprise match. Everyone that FaZe could have picked, but I very much doubt he had Guido even anywhere near that list. And now Guido showing off that power of the back body drop, then a big kick to the face. Now a side kick, even showing a bit of speed, and then a forearm to the face of the champion. Now slamming his head into the mat. Into the cover early from Guido, but there's no way you're going to get one against the champion that quickly. Big kick to the back. Guido now is rattling the champion, and Creed Williams is in a world of trouble early on, which I'm sure is exactly what he didn't want to happen. This must also be a bit of a bittersweet for FaZe right now, because even though he has got the decided mental advantage over the champion right now, if Guido does walk away with the Velocity Division Championship here, then he doesn't get his much wanted match against the man of the future. He won't face Creed, as Creed hits a big snap and he's shaking off the damage that Guido's done like it's no big deal whatsoever. The bravado of the champion still well intact. Whip off into the corner now, tries to go for a big splash, but Guido showing that speed. He definitely still has the speed as he then counters with a big elbow strike in the corner into the cover. Only a 1 count on the champion there. This is insane. I cannot believe that Guido has managed to shred down that much weight in this amount of time. Hammerlock, scoop slam now. And also, what does this mean for the future of Guido? Is he now a Velocity Division competitor full time? Will he go back up weight and find himself in the Chosen Division? There's so many questions yet to be answered, but the more important one is who's going to walk away as champion here. As we see Creed Williams going for the pump handle slam, showing that he still has a lot of strength in this match. And now he's going to line up his challenger, going to look for the glow up, and he's going to land it into the cover, trying to take this one away from Guido early doors, but not quite. Creed Williams wants to pick up the pace. You can see he is scrambling to try and push Guido. Guido will not be used to the pace of the Velocity Division. He's used to bigger, stronger guys trying to weigh on him and him having the pace advantage, but he's not looking like he's struggling too much right now, as he's managing to counter back with a big single leg drop kick. Then tries to go for the clothesarm, he gets an elbow to the face, going to be suplexed over into the bridge. Only a 1 count on this one. Guido now getting picked up by the champion, looking a bit stunned here, but does manage to counter out, swats away the champion, and going to counter with his own bridging Northern Light suplex. Guido now suddenly champ off into the corner, hits another one of those flying forearm shots, and is going to go for a cover once again. Now you have to wonder, is Guido going for these early covers because he wants to get this one done quickly himself, or is it just to try and take that little bit of extra stamina as he tries to go for the fish drop to the face of the champion? However, it won't land, and now that tilt-a-whirl arm drag from the champion. FaZe on the outside, like I said, must be bittersweet for him, but huge European uppercut and then a jumping heel kick from Guido, and he is feeling it here. Guido, what is he looking? He wasn't lining up for. He didn't fly. No, Guido just asking for the. I don't know what this Guido is capable of. He could do anything right now. Now doubling over the champion. Double underhooks, but the champion lands on his feet. Tries to follow up with some offense, but no, gets whipped off into the corner instead. Guido now getting the champ back to his feet. Doubles him over with a big shot. Gonna look. Wait, hold on. Guido just hit absolute time on the champion, using his own moves against him. Gonna go for a cover. And Guido almost walking away with the win with the champion's own move. Champion now though with an arm drag, putting the challenger down. Goes for that big running DDT as well. Facebuster DDT variation up to the top rope. What is the champion looking for here? Going for that spiral senton, a variation of the future now, but only a 2 count. Guido still managing to kick out, but now the champion is feeling it, and we have seen him do this so many times. Taunt his opponents to his feet, talk to the crowd, and then generally follows that clothesline and that clothesline, and then will hit the rope, pop up into the drop kick straight to the nose. The champion is rolling and the challenger is in trouble. Trying to double him over for the kick, but no, Guido fires back. However, the spinning side kick from the Creed, but Guido fires back, now picking up the champion onto his shoulders and hitting that huge Alabama slam into the cover. But no, it's a shoulder off the mat from the champion. A close one though. Looked like he was stunned for a minute there. Firing back with a forearm shot. Now What's he trying to lock up here? Going for the arm, now going behind. Going to try and hit. Going to go for the knee buster. Trying to take the base out of maybe the more powerful man in this match, as we said. And we know what this is going to be when he lines up from the corner. He's going to look for a second blow up. And he is going to land a second blow up as well. And now a kick to the knee from Guido. But gets dropped across that top rope. The champion still pulling out all the taunts, still showing all the cockiness into the cover, but only a 1. I'm surprised that Creed is still being this cocky, considering he was caught completely off guard by the challenge from Guido, but he's showing that he cannot be rattled. Big kicks in the corner now, more strikes, absolutely brutalizing Guido. Guido's in trouble here. FaZe backing up, maybe thinking about intervening here as he locks eyes with the champion, but a big drive-by kick to the side of Guido's face as the champion goes back to the top rope. Is he going to look? Oh my god, what a beautiful moonsault from the champion here into the cover. But only a 2 count on this one, almost 3, and Guido is definitely starting to slow. Guido is definitely starting to feel the pace of the match, and he's struggling, but he does manage to fire an European uppercut to the chin of the champion, but no. Creed counts back, whipping him off into the ropes. Both men stumble into each other. Whipton's corner tries to go for the body splash in the corner once again, but it will miss. Now, Guido doubling him over. Big implant DDT. Guido, though, you can see there on the knee, definitely feeling the pace of this match so far. Maybe just trying to catch his breath a little bit as he waits for the champion to get back to his feet here. Guido lining something up, going for a big shot, but waiting for too long. Then that single leg drop kick to the chin. I think Creed maybe thinking about trying to line up another glow up here. It would be the 3rd, but I think he realizes now it's probably taken too long as he DDTs the foot. Creed is trying to wear down his challenger here as he doubles him over, and he's going to look for absolute time himself. Creed going to go for the cover on this one. You don't often see him go for the cover off of absolute time. Means he's definitely feeling this match, but he is going to get the win off of absolute time in this one. Creed Williams and FaZe are locked in for Aftershock. FaZe tried to spring the surprise on Creed Williams, but the champion met the challenge head on and didn't shy away from it whatsoever. You have to give Guido his flowers to cut that amount of weight in that amount of time and still be competitive against the highest possible competitor he could take on. He definitely gave the champion something to think about in that match. But as soon as Creed started rolling out the hits, you knew that he was feeling comfortable, and I think maybe the pace of the match just getting to Guido. When you cut that amount of weight in that short amount of time, I think Creed was aware that if he pushed the pace, he would be able to take this one away from Guido. The absolute time, you don't often see Creed go for a cover afterwards. He usually follows it up with his final form. But this time it is enough to walk away with the victory. Creed Williams will move on to Aftershock.
Here's your winner and still Velocity champion, Creed Williams.
Just noticed there on the outside of the ring, FaZe is still here, and you can hear in the background slight portions of the crowd boos towards Creed Williams, which is not something that I expected because he was a big fan favourite early doors here in HCCW, but a lot of the fans seem to be favouring FaZe. And speaking of the challenger, he is getting in the ring, and it looks like we are going to have another face-to-face between champion and challenger here. as it is now confirmed that it will be Creed Williams, it will be FaZe, and it looks like FaZe may have taken slightly more damage. He's breathing slightly heavier, maybe a bit more hurt from the damage he took from Deacon, but anyway, it is confirmed. FaZe against Creed Williams, Velocity Championship at HCCW Aftershock. A lot to say from RIP Mob here, but we have no time to dwell on that as we move quickly on to what should be another hotly contested match in the Eclipse division.
This bout scheduled for one fall is an Eclipse Division match. Introducing first, hailing from Greenwich, Connecticut, the Rock Princess, Alina. And introducing her opponent, hailing from Queens, New York, the silver-eyed conqueror, Simone Knight.
This woman is making her Eclipse Division debut here, the silver-eyed conqueror, given that title because everywhere she has been at the top of the division. And she is looking to stake a claim here, beating one of the most promising talent in the HCCW Eclipse division would put her right on the road to doing that. But she's not going to have an easy night at all up against Alina. And this is a match that from the minute I saw it was booked, I noted it down because this should be one hell of an athletic display from these two. Early on, Alina looking to show what she's learned in her past couple of matches, going for the behind waist lock, now taking Knight down to the mat with the side headlock and then a big punch to the forehead of Knight. Knight firing back with the chop to the chest, but getting whipped off into the corner, stunned back into a big suplex from Alina. Alina is definitely looking to become HCCW Eclipse Champion sooner rather than later. She feels like she has what it takes as Knight goes for a big kick, and Alina is lucky to dodge out there, trying to go for that inverted DDT, but Knight counters into a huge suplex. Big kick to the back employed from Knight right there, trying to go for that forearm strike, but Alina's going to fire back, and we know she's got educated hands and feet. Hands more than anything, with her dad being a former Golden Gloves boxer. She has been taught very well. Double knees to the back though. She can use her legs just as well, but the powerful lower body of Simone Knight coming in there to push her down to the mat. Like I was saying, Alina wants to see herself with that championship. She has views on becoming the youngest HCCW Eclipse champion in the history. Oh, but sent shoulder first into the ring post. The ferociousness of the Silver Eye Conqueror coming out here. Single leg drop kick. Definitely a move that we've seen somebody else that Alina has been up against recently use. Alina has so much promise. Whoa, what was that? From Simone Knight, popping up off the mat with a head scissors. That was insane. Now up on the shoulders, Death Valley driver to Alina into the cover, but not even a one. Big kick to the back once again from Simone Knight. Simone Knight got given the nickname Silver Eye Conqueror. She earned it while she was out on the indies. She has been crowned in pretty much everywhere that she has been. And HCCW, she said, is going to be no different for her. She wants gold, and that is always going to be her aim, and it should be the aim of everyone in the division. But Simone Knight definitely has the talent to make it a reality. Alina now finding herself a little bit on the back foot on the early goings here, and Simone Knight definitely got the memo. If you want to be a full-fledged member of the roster, you got to get those head slams in. Alina now definitely stunned here in the early goings of this match against Knight, as Knight is looking to try and dissect her younger competitor, pulling her up off the ground. Ooh, huge suplex impacting the spine of Alina. Alina now put up in that sitting position, but there's a big elbow to the top of the head. Maybe Knight getting a little bit too confident in herself here. Now getting doubled over. It's going to be a pump handle here from Alina. Oh, pump handle suplex, dropping Knight on her face. Alina just taking a bit of a breath here, maybe trying to just let that damage wear down. She's been in some grueling battles as of recent. Tries to go for the kick, but completely misjudged it. Now Knight gets her up with a swinging side slam. Knight now picking Alina up off the mat. What's she going to look for? She's going to put her... Oh my god, this is her signature, that belly to back inverted slam, kind of like a Highlands that we see from the Chosen Champion. But none of the arms are hooked, so even more coming down, your own arms coming down in front of you, definitely could end up with a broken arm if that goes wrong. But now, the Silver Eye Conqueror climbing to the top rope. She's going to call for it, and this is a move that she uses so often, inspired by the anime Claymore, but she gets swatted away, and now Alina is in perfect position to go for the Alina House, but that's swatted away, and now another counter back and forth. Kick to the side, elbow to the top of the head. These two are going back and forth. It's a Frankensteiner from Simone Knight to put down Alina. Only a one count though, as the Rock Princess gets her shoulder up off the mat. Another kick to the spine, a move that we see employed a lot to wear down the back, to wear down any opponents that may be looking for a dive, may be looking... Oh my god, she's going to go for it again. Another belly to back inverted slam, dropping Alina on her face, and Alina is in a world of trouble. A loss for Alina in this one would be devastating after coming off the loss from Sarah Bourne, but Simone Knight is looking like she's got this one wrapped up, and she's going to go up top once again. We saw her attempt this a minute ago. Alina had enough in her to get away from it, to swat it away. Can she do it once again? Simone Knight, oh, I think she just had the positioning wrong. Alina just managed to get too close to that turnbuckle, and now going to go for that signature strike that we see her use so much. Alina stunning Simone Knight, getting a 2 count out of her here. She is stunned, Simone Knight, and she needs to take full advantage of this one, because Simone was rolling. Alina now, what's she going to look for? Northern Light suplex into the bridge, but not going to hold on to it. Oh my god, Alina now going up top is not a move that she busts out too often, but she's looking for it. The Rock out! Alina lands it! What the hell? How in the hell did Simone Knight kick out of the Rock out? Alina screaming. She's trying to fire herself up to put this one away. We have seen some incredible shows of resilience already so far tonight, and we're only in our 4th match of the night, I believe. Simone Knight now firing back with an knee to the face of Alina. Whips off into the rope, and then that big drop kick to the chest. Alina now definitely stunned following that one, the breath being compacted out of her, and then the shin strike planting her face down onto the mat, but no, she dodges. Russian leg sweep from behind. Back and forth action here in the Eclipse division once again, living up to the billing of being the division that is stealing the limelight right now. Leg sweep, thinks it's enough. It is a 2 count, but only a 2 count. Simone now aiming for that back again. She's definitely trying to take the Rock out of Alina's wheelhouse, so she's going to look to line something up here. What's she looking for? White eyes! That TKO, the white eyes that the Conqueror uses so much into the cover. But Alina pops her shoulder off of the mat. Incredible back and forth action right now between these two. I can't believe what I'm seeing, and now Simone Knight firing herself up to try and finish this one off. Big roundhouse kick to the forehead of Alina as she tries to stand. Clothesline here, another clothesline to follow that. Ducks another one, and then a big thrust kick to the face from Simone Knight. She looks like she may have this one in the bag, and she's going to go for another one. Whoa, what a move from Alina there. Rolls in behind, goes for the backside, roll up. Only a 2, but Simone Knight counters back into her own 2. Oh my goodness. This match is insane so far. Alina managing to roll out the ring, to the mats to give herself a bit of a break, but she is going to get inverted DDT'd on the floor, and that's going to do even more damage to the back and neck of Alina. Side kick to counter. She gets back in the ring. You can see both of these women starting to move a bit slower, but as Alina tries to catch Simone Knight on the way in, she does get stunned. Now Simone thought she may look to go up top for that Claymore there, but no, she's going to go for a big spinning side suplex instead into the cover. But only a 2 count once again. Simone Knight can't believe it. She's telling the referee he's got to be counting slow, because there's absolutely no way that Alina can be staying in this one. But we know that Alina has heart. She has buckets of heart. She just hasn't managed to put together the results as of yet, but she does get her legs swept out from underneath her on this one. These two are going back and forth, just like we saw earlier in the mandatory #1 contenders match. This is just as competitive as that. Big suplex now from Simone Knight, as she may be looking to try and find a way to wrap this result up. Got a fisherman's lock here, but no, it's actually the fisherman's buster instead. But Alina is kicked up unbelievably. However, oh my god, Simone Knight tried to pop her up over the shoulder, but Alina manages to catch her into a DDT, and now Simone Knight is in a world of trouble as Alina starts brutalizing her opponent in the corner. Double sledge to the side of the face, and Simone Knight may be out of it here, ladies and gentlemen. And the Aline House plants Simone down to the mat, into the cover. And a 3 count for Alina. Absolutely huge result for the Rock Princess. She had to fight through some hell of some adversity right there. My God, Simone Knight showing that she definitely is a player in this division for the future. But right now, the future looks to be Alina's as she looks to build her name once again to try and get to a championship match. Simone Knight twice going for the Claymore, but could not land it. Maybe that would have been the difference in this match, but we'll never know now because she didn't manage to land it. We would see a rock out from Alina. However, Simone Knight somehow managing to find the energy to kick out of that one, and then would hit the white eyes on Alina, and that looked like it was it. Alina was almost done for, but showing enough heart just to roll her shoulder off the mat once more, keeping herself alive in this match. And then the Aline House put down Simone Knight for good. 1, 2, 3. Alina is back in the wins column.
Here's your winner, Alina.
Some great action has been on display here tonight, folks, but next up we move into the tag team division for a very, very personal matchup between Toxicity and the Dark Coalition to see who will move on to face the Demons at Aftershock.
This bout is the #1 contendership match for the HCCW Tag Team Championships of the World. Introducing first, AJ and Otis Toxicity.
There is a hell of a lot of bad blood going into this match, ladies and gentlemen. After their win over the Triple C, Toxicity pretty much had the #1 contendership in their hands to face the Demons for the titles. But they were so desperate after the heinous actions of the Dark Coalition attacking them after that match that they are willing to put it all on the line here to see who will move on to Aftershock to challenge for the World Tag Team Championship. Toxicity have got a lot to lose, but they are desperate to lay out the DC once and for all. Well, AJ and Otis look ready here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All the usual Toxicity antics, but you can see their serious looks in their eyes as they wait for their opponents.
And their opponents, Jacob Hutchins, Hayes, the Dark Coalition.
These two as a tag team are still somewhat unknown to us. We've only seen them in one match against Super Flight Night, but we've seen their heinous actions rear their ugly heads time and time again. Very early on, even week 1 I believe it was, Jacob Hutchins would attack Jack Brent and take his place in the Fatal 4-Way to try and challenge for the World Tag Team Championships. Last week, attacking Toxicity after their match with the Triple C, these two are willing to do whatever it takes to get themselves to that Tag Team Championship match, and they've worked their way into a perfect opportunity here by making things as personal as they have with Toxicity. If it works, you could call them geniuses. I'm going to call them pieces of shit. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm meant to be unbiased, I'm meant to not have a preference, but when I see backhanded tactics like this, I can't help but feel a type of way about the people that are willing to do it. But I'm going to put that all aside here and call this match as down the middle as I can. Hayes starting off with that aggressive nature that we know that he's well known for, but taunting the crowd as well. These guys, they make my skin crawl. Hayes now picking up AJ in a big slam. You would have to say that AJ is probably the man at the biggest disadvantage in this match, being the smaller of all four men. However, a huge clothesline there from AJ to send Hayes down to the mat. Hayes though quickly back to his feet into the ring with a running shoulder block, and now just trying to squeeze the life out of AJ Tox. AJ though slipping out of the back here, but does get caught off with that whip into the corner, tries to go for a clothesline, does Hayes. We've seen him hit it before, but it is an elbow from AJ Tox instead, as he now reverses the whip, and he is going to tag in the big man Otis Tox here. What a toxicity going to look for here. Ooh, big stomp side slam. Very impressive. Tag back out, but AJ Tox now gets caught on the tag and drops neck first across the top rope. The brutality, the brutal nature of Hayes coming through once again. We know that this guy is just pure aggression, and the man coming in now, probably the snakiest of the two, Jacob Hatchings. He is that technical wear-down submission wrestler that we see so few of these days. No high-flying antics, no special stuff, just brutal, grinding offense. Big kick to the abdomen of Otis Tox as he tries to get some momentum going, whipped off into the corner. However, the strength of Tox there goes shoulder to shoulder, tries to follow up with a running shoulder block, takes a knee to the abdomen and a huge lariat from Jacob Hatchings. You even have to say somewhat impressive, as we now see him targeting the arm of Otis Tox, probably trying to take away that toxic injection that Otis Tox uses so well to knock his opponents flat out. Hatchings now into the corner, and the DC here are going to get a bit of tag team offense here. Backbreaker, big suplex from Hayes, impressive strength shown as well as AJ Tox tags in, but tags straight back out again. Toxicity trying to keep Hayes in the corner, but he is managing to battle out. Otis Tox, we know he is resilient, we know the strength that he has. Tries to go for a slam there, but Hayes will manage to get over the shoulder. Now looking to go for waistlock. The Tox is out once again. Now going to hit a big gut wrench power bomb. Otis Tox, we know the power man of toxicity. It's a great team that these two have. Big running clothesline in the corner. It's a well balanced team, and you have the high flying nature of AJ Tox, the power of Otis Tox. They work so well together. Can they put it together well enough? Oh my god, wait, what? Is it going to be? They're looking for it early. Toxicity rising. Toxicity may have this one in the bag already. Only a couple minutes into this match. AJ Tox, but somehow Hayes gets his shoulder up. It looked as though Hatchings may get in, but it goes for another cover of disbelief here as AJ Tox. But again, Hayes still showing that he has enough in the tank to kick out. May have been the Shining Wizard coming from AJ Tox there, but it is countered. Now he's whipped off, and a big boot straight to the face flattens him. And now again, that aggression, that brutality that we see so often from Hayes. But AJ Tox with a good arm drag to try and counter and change momentum, and he actually stunned Hayes there with a big shot to the face. AJ Tox now going to whip Hayes off into the corner, tries to go for the body splash but will miss it. Hayes now going to whip off AJ into his own corner, and AJ may find himself in trouble here. There's going to be more tag team offense from the DC as they're looking to line up, and I think I know what's coming. It's going to be that big double shoulder tackle flattening AJ Tox. Jacob Hatchings feeling it here, picking AJ Tox back up, a big clothesline followed by another one. He's going to hit the rope and go for that flying heel kick as well. Jacob Hatchings showing that he has got more than just technical wear down ability. Oh my god, what a float over, maybe even a back rotation DDT. However, AJ Tox still with that spirit, still with that fight in him. We know that he will never lay down, he will never give up. And he's going to hit his own implant DDT, dropping Jacob Hatchins almost on the top of his head. Now dragging Hatchins over to his corner. Is he going to look for a tag out? He has taken quite a lot of damage here, and he will get the tag out to the bigger man. And we're going to see another gut wrench here from Otis Tox. Will it be a power bomb? No, just a straight slam this time. The strength of Otis Tox is something to be marvelled at. However, getting countered back here, stopped by Jacob Hatchins, but the knee lifts as Hatchins tries to go in for one of those legs. Gets stunned, does Jacob Hatchins, and then a kick to the abdomen. Otis Tox now sending him off into the corner. Will we see another tag team maneuver from Toxicity? No, Hatchins got enough wherewithal to get out of that corner. You can see the bruising and the redness around the eye of Jacob Hatchins. He hoists up Otis Tox and drops him for the signature brainbuster that he uses so often. My God, what a sheer drop brainbuster right on the top of Otis Tox's head. And now more taunting from the slimy, slithery Jacob Hatchins, and now the brutality of the Dark Coalition coming out here as they've got Otis Tox trapped in that corner, and they are just going stomp for stomp, tags in and out, stomping Otis Tox over and over again. And it looks like they're going to go around for another round. Usually you only see one round, but they're going for another one. Hayes now in with more stomp. Otis Tox may be in a world of trouble here. Jacob Hatchins tagging back in once again, and it looks like this one may end with Hayes going for the cover. And AJ Tox taking a little bit of the low road there and going after the referee to break up the pin. A huge clothesline though from Hayes to Otis Tox, drops him down to the mat. As you can hear, the fans are trying to get Toxicity back in this one. AJ Tox also clapping along with them, trying to get some energy into Otis, but there is the counter back. Otis now going to whip Hayes across to the other side of the ring. Could we see more tag team offense from Toxicity? But no, it looked as though Otis was trying to catch a bit of breath before he tagged in, but as Hayes tried to turn to get a cheap shot, oh my God, there's no time to even talk about that. AJ Tox just getting dropped, and now Hayes dropping Otis Tox. Hayes has taken out both men single-handedly, and this is what we say about Hayes. He is somewhat of an unknown to us still, but he is brutal. But AJ Tox will not give up. He has got that heart, he has got that spirit, and he has just hit a big head scissors onto Hayes to stun Hayes. Tries to go for that corner splash again, but Hayes still has the speed to get out. Now a big kick to the abdomen, double sledge to the back, and a huge clothesline to the back of the neck of AJ Tox. Every time Toxicity start rolling in this match, they are shut down completely by the Dark Coalition, and Jacob Hatchins is going to come in and take advantage once again. What is he looking for here? Standing on the back of the legs. Oh my God, no! He may have just broken both of the legs of AJ Tox, and Jacob Hatchins knows that he's got AJ Tox in a terrible position, and it's just gotten even worse if they also have him, AJ Tox, now trapped in the corner, and they are delivering the stomps just as they did to Otis. Toxicity are in a world of trouble here as Hayes tags in to go for the cover once again, but it is broken up by Otis Tox. What is this here? A tag team maneuver from the DC once again. Hayes just picking up Tox on his shoulders and then dropping him on his head with the aid of Jacob Hatchins, as Hatchins on the outside goes for an armbar, but the Shining Wizard from AJ Tox in the ring as Hayes was distracted looking outside, and he's managed to get the tag, and now Otis Tox is in. Huge hip toss from the apron to the ring puts Hayes down to the mat, and it looks like Hayes may be stunned, which is not something we see very often from the members of the DC. They are resilient as hell, but once again, as momentum starts to go Toxicity's way, it is shut down. Now Otis Tox off into the corner. Looks like we're going to see more tag team offense from the side of the DC here. Otis Tox in a precarious position, and a doomsday device puts him in an even worse position. But a great counter there, as it looked like Jacob Hatchins may be looking for something, gets stunned by the spinning back elbow and then dropped with a big punch to the face. Otis Tox dragging Hatchins over to his corner, gonna look to tag in AJ Tox. I don't know how wise this is considering how much damage AJ Tox has already taken in this match. But the kicks, the standing shooting star from AJ. Big back suplex now. AJ Tox has got momentum in his corner and he needs to press on the gas pedal. Whipping off Hatchins into the corner, tries to go for that elbow but it doesn't work. Hatchins just manages to get out. Now Hatchins reversing it and Hayes has got a hold of him. Referee, you need to stop this. It's a big knee to the abdomen, stopping momentum again, but the flying clothesline has swung things again. Atomic drop across the knee, gonna look for that leg drop to the groin and then the big drop kick straight to the chin, and you can hear the crowd right behind Toxicity in this one. They are willing them forward and we're gonna see another shining wizard from AJ Tox. What is he gonna look for here? Both of these teams must now be starting to feel the wear and tear of this match on their body. Big combination from AJ Tox in the corner, finishing it off with a clothesline to the back of the neck. Stops the tag to Hayes from Hatchins, whips him off to the corner, but you can see he just hasn't got the energy to get across the ring quickly. However, Hatchins is stunned. Big double hip toss followed up by the combination kick to the chest. Now Otis is rolling, but Otis, while he was celebrating, the tag has gone off to Hayes. Hayes tries to get in with some offense straight away, but is countered straight away by Otis, whipping him off into the corner, and now it looks like it's going to send him into the ring post. Hayes is in trouble. Toxicity have taken control, but commentators go, oh my god, straight back to his feet was Otis Tox, but then he gets sent to the outside with another big clothesline. Hayes now up to the top, not somewhere we see him too often. Looks like he may be looking for a dive to the outside, and he does go with a double axe handle to the top of the head. Otis Tox may have cost himself there, celebrating in the ring for a little bit too long, when there was an opportunity to maybe take advantage of the DC being stunned. Now we're going to see here a big gut wrench power bomb. Hayes showing he also has the strength, and now he's taunting Otis Tox. But the referee's been knocked down inadvertently as both these men battle back and forth, and it's big shots to the abdomen from Otis Tox, dropping Hayes, stunning him, and Jacob Hatchins has been taken off of the ring apron altogether. So now Toxicity have a great chance to try and finish this match, but Hayes still has enough in him to fight out. Tries to go for another big clothesline, but he's going to get dropped with a big Uranagi. AJ Tox now being tagged straight back in, gonna go for a big knee drop to the face. Toxicity doing very well of rotating their members, trying to get them rest when they can. Tries to go for a quick cover there, but only a 1 count. Kick to the back, but Hayes has recovered and he will deliver another big clothesline. These clotheslines are showing out so far for Hayes. They are being absolutely huge as he looks to whip AJ Tox back into the ring. But AJ Tox manages to counter back quickly. Hayes did manage to take Otis Tox off of the apron though, so AJ knows he has to fight this one by himself right now. Otis back up to the apron, but AJ has lost the momentum. Big shoulder tackle stops him. Hayes now into the corner. Gonna see more tag team offense, but no, just a tag in. Hatchins trying to take advantage, but it's just a kick to the head. Both men countering back and forth. And AJ Tox is going to find himself dumped outside the ring once again as Jacob Hatchins is trying to fire himself up. And we know how dangerous the DC can be. And we know when they're outside the ring they could be even more dangerous. And AJ Tox also knows that. So he is fighting and he is getting this match straight back into the ring as quickly as he can. Big shots now. Both men going for a kick, but Jacob Hatchins' kick lands first. AJ Tox now up against the ropes. What's Hatchins looking for here, and he's just going to wrench back on those shoulders. The intense pain in both shoulder blades. The referee not doing anything to stop this. And now a big kick to the abdomen, and we know what usually follows this from Jacob Hatchins is that big brain buster. AJ Tox in a world of trouble, but managing to stun back Hatchins, trying to fire himself up. But Hatchins is in with 2 big clotheslines and a big shotgun drop kick tries to go for another one, but somehow AJ Tox is back to his feet. You can see on the apron Otis Tox is struggling. Both of the Toxicity lads slowing down as we speak. AJ Tox are going to go for that fireman's carry, and then the tag in to Otis. Can Otis try and put this one away, trying to get the fans on side, trying to fire himself up? What has he got in the locker? Whipping Hatchins off into the corner now, and he's going to follow him into it, taking control in the corner, but look how tired both men are. Nothing left in the tank, and he's just going to target that arm, just trying to wear down Jacob Hatchins as much as he can. Big shot to the jaw of Jacob Hatchins, but he's got no energy, falls to one knee. Desperation cover from Otis Tox, only going to yield a one. Tries to go for the big kick, but Jacob Hatchins is out with a half and half suplex. What impressive strength from Jacob Hatchins there, dropping the big man, and he's going to look for another brainbuster. Will be the second one, but no, a big knee to the dome to Jacob Hatchins. Otis Tox has stunned him, sends him off into the corner, but can't get that tag team offense rolling still. The DC have managed to stay out that corner the best they can. Big forearm to the face from Hatchins, and a big clothesline to the back of the neck. Otis Tox though, impressively back to his feet, stuns Hatchins with a kick, and then a choke toss across the ring. You can see how tired Tox is. He can't stay on his feet. The big man has been worn down as he sends Hatchins out of the ring, and he's asking for the crowd to scream even louder. He needs that energy. He needs that motivation. Can Toxicity put something together to take this one home? But Jacob Hatchins manages to counter, tries to run in for another clothesline, but eats a big boot to the chin instead. Fighting on the outside, both men. AJ Tox not getting involved, which you have to say is some pretty impressive restraint from him, while Otis is fighting on the outside. Slam as the referee is up to 5. We don't want this one to end with a count out, but Tox is taking control here. He's going to look for a big power bomb. That may be enough, as the referee is up to 7. Can Tox get him back in the ring? Yes, he can. Is he going to be able to take this one home over the power bomb? But no, he's not going to rest on that. He's going to go for more offense, and he's going to look for another deadlift. Slam! What is Tox looking for now? That's not even enough for him. Another big boot to the face of Jacob Hatchins as he taunts in the face of Hayes, but Hayes delivers the punch, unsurprisingly. And the toxic injection though, the toxic injection, it is put down Jacob Hatchins, but Hayes is already in the ring too quickly. Now the Toxicity was a little bit of a mix-up there. AJ stunning Otis, but it's fine because he's managed to clear Hayes out of the ring, and Otis Tox is still more conscious than Jacob Hatchins currently is. Off of the ropes, drops a big elbow. This is the most control we've seen Toxicity have in this match so far, following the toxic injection. We know how deadly of a finisher it is. It can knock your opponent out completely, but Jacob Hatchins has recovered, and now he's going to go for those mid shots and the uppercut, dropping Otis Tox, and it looks like he is calling to the dark spirits, is Jacob Hatchins, to try and give him the strength to finish this one. Both teams battling back and forth here, neither managing to really get the advantage. You can see they are swinging for the fences, but we are going to see a pump handle slam from Otis Tox, and once again calling on the fans. He needs that extra energy. AJ Tox is effectively out of it on the ring apron, sending him off into the corner. Hatchins stunned with a big clothesline. Snake eyes on the corner. He hits the rope. Huge big boot, and he's going to hit the ropes again for a big leg drop across the neck. Otis Tox has completely swung things in the favour of Toxicity, but as I say that once again, more commentators curse, but there's a pop-up onto the shoulder into the power slam. Otis Tox now stood in between Hatchins as he tries to crawl to the corner to get a tag out. Hatchins for the first time showing a bit of vulnerability in this match, and it could be the Toxicity smell blood in the water. Another huge deadlift, gut wrench slam, fired off into the corner. Now goes Hatchins, but again Hatchins managed to stay out of that corner, and he's going to hit the drop step into the gut buster. You know Hatchins wants to get out of this ring, but that big elbow drop, that's a very similar move that we saw Otis Tox use, and the big boot, that is exactly what we see Otis Tox use. That is the combination that we just saw him use. Only a 2 count though, as AJ Tox gets across the ring. The referee has been stunned once again, and you can see Otis Tox is effectively out on his feet here. Jacob Hatchins going to send it down to the ground and tag in Hayes. What are the DC looking for here? The referee is out. They could probably get away with anything right now. Hayes, gets caught with the jab though from Otis Tox, who just recovered enough to see the attack coming, fakes the Irish whip and brings Hayes back for a backbreaker. We may be seeing a little bit of vulnerability here from the Dark Coalition. Toxicity may have found a chink in the armour, but Tox is too focused on what Jacob Hatchins is doing. He wants to get his revenge, but he's got another gut wrench position, this time on Hayes, and it's going to be another gut wrench slam. The strength this deep into a match is ridiculously impressive on the part of Otis Tox, as he then hits another gut wrench power bomb. Now that signature combination that we just saw, will it be followed up with the big boot? But Hayes has rolled to his feet, managed to grab a hold of Tox and sends him off into the corner. And now Hayes is asking for Tox to stand in the middle and battle. But it's a big T-bone from Hayes to set down Otis Tox. And what are we going to do here? Otis Tox in trouble directly in the corner of the DC, up onto the shot. Oh my god, it's into the darkness, the move that we've seen Hayes use so much, and AJ is stunned, but Otis Tox somehow still manages to roll a shoulder off the mat, but Hayes is smelling the blood now, the DC is smelling the blood, but Otis Tox still has enough in him, and delivers a big clothesline to the outside. But a dangerous position here. Otis Tox is in the corner of the DC, trying to fight against Hayes now, selling him, but Hayes somewhat just absorbing the punishment, taking all these shots but not going down. Otis Tox though, gonna drag Hayes back over. What is he looking for? No, Hayes, elbows to the abdomen, gets Otis Tox off of him, gets a bit of separation. Hayes now gonna send Otis Tox into the ropes. And grabs a hold of him and just slamming him chest first into the ring apron. That's got to compact the lungs and push the air out of Otis Tox's body. But somehow the inhuman feat of recovering, but again, no tag team offense for Toxicity. The DC fighting out that corner as much as they possibly can. Snapmare now sets Otis down, but Otis is going to absorb that shot and going to hit a toxic injection. He may have just stolen this one from underneath the noses of the DC, but no, Jacob Hatchins manages to get in before AJ Tox can do anything, counters the potential hit from Otis Tox, but Toxicity need to keep this pressure on. The DC are withering, the DC are starting to fall. Can Toxicity wrap this match up? Big knee to the side of the face of Hayes. Otis Tox now wanted to look for the tag, but AJ instead coming across to stop Hatchins getting in. Kick to the knee, but a huge shoulder block from Otis Tox, keeping Hayes at bay. Kick to the abdomen from Hayes now though, looking to go for that waist lock, but the big man says hell no, not yet. Running drop kick to the spine. Big stomps now from Otis Tox. What has he got left in the locker? Knee slam from Hayes, trying to take away some of that base of Hayes, who we know is definitely a power athlete. Another gut wrench. It is insane that Otis Tox is still pulling out these gut wrenches this deep into this match. Gonna try and fire Hayes into the corner once again. Can we get some tag team offense? But no, as he tries to go in, he gets sent head first into the turnbuckle. Oh my god! On the shoulders, get power bombed on the back of his neck there, Otis Tox, and he may be in a world of trouble. He may not even know where he is right now. Hayes turning him around. We can see both men are tired, both men are struggling, but Hayes here gonna look. Big suplex into the corner, and Otis Tox landing on the back of that head once again. Hayes now going to tag in Hatchins, who has been on the outside for a while now. Would have rebuilt his stamina, would have rebuilt his fight, but Otis Tox sweeps the leg. Otis Tox needs to try and get a tag, but gets back body dropped instead. Otis Tox now going for the tag right in the corner, but just can't reach up. And Hatchings gets to him first. Big clothesline. Another big clothesline. Sets him down into the corner. Cover. AJ Tox also got inadvertently taken out by his own partner falling now, I think. Toxicity are in trouble. Now Jacob Hatchings just attempting to drain the spirit that's left in Otis Tox. Locking in a submission. Sitting on that neck and pulling the arms. And we know that neck of Otis Tox must be screaming in pain, but he's not going to stop. He's going to keep trying to come forward, and he's stunned. Hatchings once again tries to go for another gut wrench, but gets countered. Hatchings now sending off Otis into the corner, and the DC have Otis in a world of trouble here. We're going to see the backbreaker into the suplex combination once again, and Otis Tox is in a world of trouble. Back to his feet. Hayes looking for something. Big elbow. Not quite with the emphasis of the toxic injection, but that is that signature big boot that he uses so often. And now Otis Tox feeling it. He's firing shots into the face of Hayes, but they need to try and get something wrong. Exactly that will happen, and then the big belly to belly stops all of his momentum once again. And now the shoulder claw, just working on that neck, working on those shoulders that the DC have clearly targeted on the bigger man. However, Tox back to his feet. Otis Tox, should I say, not too confusing with his partner who is on the outside. But now finally the tag. After all this time, are we going to see toxic injection? Not toxic injection, toxicity rising, but no, we see the powerbomb sit out clothesline, and that might be exactly what toxicity needed to try and take over this match, to try and take it home. All four men are running on empty, but they are still battling, and now AJ Tox targeting the legs of the power man, of Hayes, trying to take him out for good, and he's going to lock in that single Boston Crab, but not managing to keep it on for long. Hayes fights out, kicking Tox down to the ground, and you can see the damage that he's already sustained. He can't get back to his feet, and it looks like the DC are going to look for another tag, and this is what they've been doing so well throughout this whole match. Constant tags in and out to keep the fresher man fighting against a damaged opponent. Big neck breakers, another tag comes into the backdrop. Oh my god, he's lining it up. Plunge into darkness, and this match could be done for AJ Tox. And now into the corner, and now we're going to see the tag team see darkness, the finisher of the DC, as Otis Tox on the ring there is stunned, manages to get in, but Jacob Hatchings gets across, but no, it's the 3. The DC will walk away with the win. Otis Tox almost finding his way in to help his partner there, but Jacob Hatchings gets to him first to stop him, and the DC will walk away with the victory in this one. And as much as I don't want to do it, I have to give them credit for the way that they stuck into this match. Even after this, the early toxicity rising looked like toxicity may take this one early. However, not to be. AJ Tox even going for another cover after being shocked to see Hayes kicking out, but the resilience of the DC was too much. We saw so much happen in this match. A big brainbuster from Jacob Hatchings to Otis Tox early on. That looked like it may even take it. However, they weren't done with their punishment. The DC absolutely punishing Toxicity, but Toxicity showed all the heart and determination that has made them fan favourites so far in HCCW to keep battling no matter how much damage they were taking. They put everything on the line, but unfortunately they will walk away with nothing in this one. Like I say, I don't want to give the DC their props. They took the short road to get to the place that they are now. They took a shortcut to get to this match here tonight, but they took full advantage of the opportunity that they made for themselves, and they will be your number one contenders. Toxicity, especially Otis Tox, I have to say, AJ Tox, he had a great performance as well, but Otis Tox was for sure the MVP of the match, showing great strength all through this match to constantly keep trying to put down the DC, but it just could not be done. No matter how hard Toxicity tried, the DC would just rally, and an impressive strength from the power man Hayes here, managing to get the big man Otis Tox up for Into the Dark. However, it wouldn't be enough to wrap up the match, but the brutality would continue. You could see that the DC smelt blood in the water, and even though Otis Tox would rally one more time to stun Hayes on the outside, Hayes would eventually take back control of the match, stunning Otis Tox, pushing all the air out of his chest. But we would see one last attempt from Otis Tox to take this match. The toxic injection landing flush on the jaw of Hayes, but Hatchings would get in there just before the 3 count to break things up. Toxicity, they looked to be rocked on their feet. Their last hurrah, they would get them into the corner, and then I thought it was going to be Toxicity rising, but instead they go for a different variation, the clothesline into the powerbomb variation, maybe a different type of Toxicity rising that we weren't aware of, but Hayes still had enough in him, and as soon as I saw him lining up for this, the plunge into darkness, absolutely separating AJ Tox in half, and then see darkness to follow. The brutality of this move just absolutely stomping the life out of your opponent, and that would prove to be the case.
Here are your winners and the new number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships. Jacob Hatchings, Hayes, Dark Coalition.
What else could these guys possibly have to do to Toxicity after already beating them? What else could they possibly have to do now grabbing mics and decided to talk to them? Rubbing more salt in the wounds. What? Wait, what? Well, this is not something I expected. The Dark Coalition have handed the Tag Team Championship match at Aftershock to Toxicity, even though they won. I can't understand this. Well, it looks as though someone else may have been listening closely to Shane Vector, as he proves he has no back down ahead of his World Championship match at Aftershock. But next up, we move into the Chosen division with a very intriguing matchup.
This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Hollywood, California, the next superstar, Pete Miller.
Everything you need to know about Pete Miller is in his name. The next superstar. He believes it and he showcases it. But I think the biggest problem with Pete Miller is sometimes his own ego gets in his way. I fully expected Pete Miller to be a finalist of the World Championship tournament, and though he only fell to eventual finalist Luther Rose, I had Pete Miller down as one of my favourites to walk away as world champion. It looks as though his focus is now on the Chosen division, but I would expect that Pete Miller at some point will have championship gold around his waist if he can just put everything together.
And his opponent, hailing from Louisville, Kentucky, unyielding, Rygo.
Rygo was one of the final two men left in the Battle Royal for the #1 contendership for the HCCW Chosen Championship at Blood Sacrifice. This guy is one of those dark horse guys that has got incredible strength. He is, as his song says, somewhat unbreakable. He would only fall to Desmond after one hell of a battle back and forth, and we haven't seen him since week 1, but this is not going to be a straightforward match for Pete Miller whatsoever. And I would get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because we are probably about to see one hell of a big man matchup here. This is going to be one hell of a strength versus strength fight. Starting off with the strikes, big shot from Rygo, knee from Pete Miller, and then a huge shot again from Rygo. Ow, my God, what a clothesline from Pete Miller to start this one up. But there you go, unyielding. He won't be stopped easily. Rygo following it up with a big boot. These two guys have got crazy strength. As we're seeing here, Rygo just flinging Pete Miller across the ring. Like I said in his intro, Rygo is one of those dark horse competitors. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rygo challenging for a title sooner rather than later, because he has got the makings of a great Chosen champion. As we're seeing a deadlift powerbomb here from Rygo, and this one is starting off at a crazy pace. Rygo taking full control. Oh my God, no. The deadlift, huge powerbomb from Rygo. That is a 300-pound man that you have seen just be deadlifted up onto Rygo's shoulders. Like I say, deceiving strength. He's got a slighter frame, but he has got buckets of strength. Pete Miller, though, so far having the striking advantage in this one. Now trying to slow the pace down a little bit with a side slam. Pete Miller trying to go for another big shot, stopping Rygo before Rygo can get a hold of him, though, with a big clothesline. Now just trying to stomp some energy out of Rygo. Rygo will roll over you if you give him a chance. Another running clothesline from Miller. Miller probably has the slight technical advantage. Obviously was an NCAA wrestler during his college years. Oh, big back suplex. So he definitely has that wrestling background that maybe Rygo doesn't have so much. Up to the shoulder now, though. Pete Miller showing off his strength. The problem with facing someone like Rygo though is Rygo will not be stopped easily. You'll have to hit a lot, and as I say that, Rygo stops that signature pull-in spinebuster from Pete Miller. And a pump handle suplex from Rygo. Rygo now going for the striking offense, wearing down Pete Miller. Target in the back. That's brutal from Rygo there. And Rygo is feeling it, trying to fire up the crowd, get them on side. Pete Miller stunned on the outside now. Rygo going to line himself up, tried to go for the shoulder block but missed and get caught with a big boot to the side of the head. Rygo in a bit of trouble here. Up to the shoulder once again to Pete Miller and a running power slam. Pete Miller now feeling this one as well. He's trying to get himself fired up to put this away. But Rygo now off of his back with a huge back body drop. And like I'm saying, both of these men are over 300 pounds and they are just tossing each other around this ring so far. But Rygo surprisingly going for a bit of submission technique with the armbar countered out. Oh my God, what a huge clothesline from Pete Miller there. Now targeting the arms of Rygo. I can't even imagine what one of those clotheslines must feel like. It must legitimately feel like being hit by a train. Pete Miller now is trying to wear down the stamina of Rygo. Rygo, obviously we know, we've seen him as he sprints to the ring, got buckets of energy, but maybe if you can just start to wear on that stamina, drag him into deeper waters, maybe we'd start to see Rygo struggle a bit more. Pete Miller now is trying to keep this one mat-based. You see, just not letting Rygo to his feet, just delivering kicks to the spine and then a wrench on the back and spine as well, with a bit of submission technique of his own. Chin lock here. Like I said, this is purely to try and take gas out of the tank of Rygo, slow down, unyielding, and see if you can wear him out before you try and put this one away. It won't beat your opponent, but it will hurt. Big shot to the face from Pete Miller. Miller again targeting the arms, but Rygo's back to his feet with a big punch, trying to go for a second, but Miller catches it. Shot to the abdomen and then a big boot to the face. Pete Miller has so far managed to completely stifle the offense of Rygo and is keeping him down on that mat, delivering all of his offense to Rygo while he is completely flat. Pete Miller now going to deadlift Rygo over a big bull suplex. Miller is wearing down Rygo here and he's going to pull him in for that spine buster that he likes to use so much, and that usually sees him set up for Starstruck. But no, this time just going into the cover. Going to be a 2 count, but Rygo manages to roll his shoulder off the mat. Like I said, Rygo is one of the final 2. Oh, there's a counter back here. Dev lifting him up onto the shoulder himself, and he's going to look at the running power slam of his own. Rygo showing impressive strength once again there, especially after all the damage he's taken. Now he's going to pick him up here. Gorilla pressing into the spine buster. That is a huge move from Rygo, especially after all the damage he's taken. And another deadlift power bomb. The strength of this guy is unbelievable. As I was saying, Rygo was one of the final 2 in the Battle Royale. Rygo has shown out already and shown that he is a contender in this division, and he is showing up once again against the next superstar. Now Rygo going to that mat-based attack as well, kick to the spine and firing himself up, firing these fans up, and the fans are getting on side. Big strike, sets down Pete Miller to one knee, and it's going to be a huge power bomb. My God, what a power bomb from Rygo. Now pulling Miller back up to his feet. He's going to go for that gorilla press once again. Can he hit it again? Yes, he can. Spine buster from the gorilla press. This is incredible from Rygo into the cover. Wow. Only a 1 count though. That is impressive from Miller as he gets picked up and dropped with a huge spine buster. But now Miller showing off mat wrestling that he uses so well, just countering back and hitting that wrestling slam. Miller now going to look to wear down Rygo once again. try and take out the gas tank. That has really been the target of Pete Miller in this one. He's going to look for another pull-in spine buster, that signature spine buster that he uses to such great effect. But again, only a 2 count. Rygo is still more than in this. Big counter once again from Rygo. Stomping the life out of Pete Miller now. Rygo, what is he looking for here? Going to send Miller to the outside of the ring. Very powerful. Miller almost flying into the announce table there. Trying to go for a kick there, but gets caught into the dragon screw. Maybe Pete Miller now trying to take out the base of Rygo, has arguably been the more powerful man in this one. I'll eventually get my words out. Misses the shot there, but it's a big close on to the back of the head. Rygo now going to look for another armbar. Rygo going for the submission offense, not something that we've seen from him in the past. Granted that last time we saw him, probably a few too many people in the ring to be going for armbars and submissions in the Battle Royale. But oh my goodness, the pop-up Samoan drop from Pete Miller. That was very impressive. Pete Miller now, what has he got to do to put this one away? Going for one clothesline and a second. The drop down power slam by Pete Miller. Now what else? Going to be a third pull-in spine buster, but no, the strength from Rygo again manages to stop that one in its tracks. Now going to look to hook up. Going to be that pump handle suplex once again. Elbows now to the shoulder and collarbone of Pete Miller. Both men maybe looking to target body parts more to try and put this one away. Big strike to the side of the face, sets Miller down to a knee once again. Test your strength there. Oh my God! A huge clothesline from Rygo there, almost taking the whole contest. Both men going for strikes, but Rygo steps through it and just lands that clothesline. Stomps in the corner now, and it's got to be getting to that point where both men are looking to pull out something big to put this one away. And once again, Rygo knows how to get favour with the fans. The head slams in the corner. Everyone very much getting the memo about the head slams on this episode here tonight, as Rygo going for another gorilla press spine buster, and he's going to land it. What's Rygo looking for here? Now just targeting the legs of Pete Miller. Like his name suggests. Oh, tries to go for another clothesline, but ducked under from Pete Miller into the fireman's carry. What has Pete Miller got here? Just going to throw his opponent out of the ring, maybe trying to get himself a little bit of breathing space. But as I say that, he is taunting these fans. Maybe more to try and fire himself up than actually taunt these fans. But Rygo, as I was going to say, like his name suggests, he won't yield, he won't back down from you, he will keep coming forward. It is your job to try and put him out, as he now targets the base of Pete Miller with a dragon screw. And another one of those huge clotheslines, stepping right through it, absolutely wiping out Pete Miller. More wear down offense from both of these guys. Looks like Rygo may be targeting the head to try and put this one away, but it's a big back body drop off of the mat from Pete Miller. It's going to be answered by another clothesline from Rygo, and Pete Miller is on Dream Street right now, but Rygo is starting to feel this one. A lot of power offense coming in from him, and now he gets planted on the top of his head, as it looked like he may be trying to go for a spine buster there. Going to run in, belly to belly. Pete Miller's legs crashing off of the corner there. Both of these men have put each other through the ringer so far. This was a match that, I'll be honest, with the card that we've got, we're probably going to struggle to garner the interest, but it is garnering the interest right now, and both of these men are putting each other through hell to try and put this one away. Rygo just controlling the neck once again, targeting the neck. Last time he did this, he went for the clothesline. This time trying to get a desperation cover. Not going to work out this time though. Big shot to the side of the head of Pete Miller, and Pete Miller has rolled to to the apron to try and get a breather. Rygo lining him up. Can he hit the shoulder tackle this time? Yes, he can. Fight on the outside now. Pete Miller manages to catch Rygo as he comes in and suplex him on the outside. I think Rygo's legs may have even crashed off the apron there, but Rygo is back to his feet and both men going for the clothesline, but Pete Miller managing to hit his just before. Trying to go for the strike though, but Rygo will counter back. Big shot to the abdomen. Pete Miller now following Rygo into the ring. Whip off into the corner. Big clothesline in the corner. Rygo crumbles to his feet. Desperation cover. Again, both these men just trying to put this one away as quick as they can. Pete Miller though has Rygo on Dream Street and he's going to lock it in. He's going to manage to lock in the next big thing. The submission that he uses. Wrenching on the neck. Wrenching on the back. Can he make unyielding tap? Oh my god. This time Rygo does yield. Pete Miller just squeezing way too much. Rygo couldn't take the pain on his neck and back there. But what a contest from these two. Definitely one that I'm interested in seeing again. Both of these guys showing off their power offense really, really well. Rygo again probably winning fans to his side, but Pete Miller showing that there is a reason he is called the next superstar, because even if he will struggle, even if you put him through the ringer, he will walk away the victor. 3 of these pull-in spine busters wouldn't be enough to put away Rygo, but Pete Miller would eventually transition straight back to his bread and butter, that power game that he uses so well, even after being caught in a huge spine buster there from Rygo. Rygo and Pete Miller would deliver one hell of a power man performance. Look at this. Both of these men are over 300 pounds, and just throwing each other around the ring like this is absolutely insane that human beings exist like this on our planet. That gorilla press spinebuster would be a bit of a bread and butter move for Rygo. Same with this deadlift powerbomb, but like I say, it is insane that these men were able to pull off that kind of maneuver on one another. But eventually it would come down to the submission offense. The next big thing, locked in on Rygo, squeezing, no way to get out of it, and eventually would have no choice but to tap. Pete Miller, your winner.
Here's your winner, the next superstar, Pete Miller.
Too much, rap too hard, confuse plenty. How the fuck a bitch this pretty rap that fire on my diamond in the rough and bitches can't stop fire up and all that. Thinking I'ma have to quit playing. I've been staying in my lane and I ain't never switch any, but to me, this game ain't pay me back.
It's been one hell of a night so far, but it's time for main event time. Horror, Jey Musa for the honour to move on and face the chosen champion at Aftershock.
This bout is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the #1 contendership for the chosen championship. Introducing first, hailing from St. Louis, Missouri, Horror.
Horror sits atop the chosen championship division right now with 3 wins to 0. He is your mandatory challenger. He could cash in that spot to face Rob Wallace at Aftershock, but he wants to prove a point, and he also wants to show Jey Musa that he can't cut the line, that he can't make this personal, and tonight the undying Horror will look to make that point emphatically.
And his opponent, hailing from Auckland, New Zealand, immovable, Jey Musa.
Though we are yet to see him in the ring, you can hear a very, very mixed reaction from Jey Musa. He straight up called out the chosen champion at Blood Sacrifice after his match. But Horror has done it the separate way to Jey Musa. Jey has gone the personal route. He wants to make this personal with Rob Wallace. Horror has gone the competition route, and both of them will clash heads here tonight with the view of moving on to Aftershock. Well, as I say, ladies and gentlemen, a very mixed reaction for Jey Musa. Horror is a fan favourite here in HCCW. Horror is an original. There's no way you're going to be able to cut in front of him. There's no way you're going to be able to ignore him without these fans letting you know about it. And this is going to be one hell of a striker versus strength matchup here right now. Horror starting things off quickly. Went for that kitchen sink early and did land it. And now the legs of Horror really showing out in this one. You can see a very noticeable height difference between the two men. However, there is a very noticeable power difference as well. Jey Musa, an absolute out-and-out powerhouse. Horror, much more of a striker, as we know, as Jey Musa tries to go for the clothesline there, but countered back by Horror with the knee to the midsection. I'm expecting one hell of a match here. We've had a couple classics already tonight. We could definitely be looking to add this one to the list, as Horror is going for those signature stomps, following them with the roundhouses to the face twice. Jey Musa is stunned. But Jey Musa fires back with a European uppercut. Big chop to the chest as well, catching the hand of Horror. Just a disrespectful slap, and there is the power game as Jey Musa goes for the back body drop. Horror, though, as is in his name now, undying as he is, undying versus immovable. Who is going to be the first one to wilt? I don't know if anyone will. Horror put down temporarily, but straight back to his feet, targeting the arms now of Jey Musa. Now going to go downstairs to the legs, shin breaker. Horror very intelligently trying to take out the base and the arms of Jey Musa early on. Take out the power game, and you may have this one won, but he may have this one won anyway, because out of nowhere he hits Nightmare, but only a 2 count. Jey Musa getting his shoulders off the mat. Where the hell did that Nightmare come from Horror? And Horror knows, as everybody should, if you want the fans to be on side, slam the head into the turnbuckle. Horror, what is he looking for here? Ooh, big stomp, face first. Goes Jey Musa into the mat. 2 count. Jay Musa almost looked like he may have been out there. Horror now trying to go for that headbutt, but does get countered with a big elbow to the face. Jay Musa going to show us some of that power offense up to the shoulders. Wait a minute. Oh my god, it's prideful. Prideful from Jay Musa. Both these men hitting their finishes early. But Horror still with enough in this match to kick out. We have seen both of the finishes of these men early. And now Jay Musa using that strength to take over. Tries to go for a kick to the back though. Horror is out quickly, but countered back again. Elbows to the face. What has Jay Musa got now? Both men trying to go for grapples, but no one's commit. And then the turn around spine buster. Big shot to the abdomen now from Jay Musa. He's going to pick up Horror once again and drop him with another backdrop. Pulling Horror back to his feet, but undying as he is, not going to stay down for long. Whoa, where did that come from? It looked like the suplex may be locked in, the underhook, but no. Jay Musa powering out with a big back body drop once again, and now a huge shoulder block. Referee inadvertently gets taken down, but Jay Musa goes for the cover, but then notices the referee is going to follow up with some more offense. Forearm shot to the face of Horror. Into the corner goes Horror. Ooh, big spear in the corner, and another massive running clothesline from Musa. Now punches, just wailing on Horror. Horror tries to go for that roundhouse kick to get things back in his favour quickly. There's going to be a belly-to-belly suplex instead, and we are really now seeing the power grappling of Jay Musa up against the striking of Horror. Trying to go for the clothesline, but no, he gets dropped across the top rope with that flapjack. Horror now may look to strike a bit more in this one as the fan were trying to get Horror rolling, and they have successfully done that. Forearm into the corner, knee to the back. Horror is back in control. Dragging Musa to the middle now, maybe looking for something big, but no, just going to target those arms again. He's felt the power now, and he knows he needs to take it away as he's going for that big strike combo that he loves to go for so much. Leg sweep to finish it off. Is this enough? We've seen him win matches with it before. He has put people out with those strikes. His feet and his hands are so dangerous. We're going to see a submission now, targeting both the arms and the legs. No, just the arms this time. Horror trying to pop those shoulders out of the socket. But Jay Musa manages to break free and roll through. Good agility shown by Jay there, but getting caught by more strikes. It's going to be a straight jacket suplex. Impressive strength from Horror there. Into the cover. Only a 2 count again, but Jay Musa definitely is stunned. These strikes are definitely starting to take effect on Jay. As I say that, once again, I need to stop cursing our competitors because their big shoulder block from Jay drops Horror to the mat. Whip off into the ropes now. Oh, and just leaving him out to dry, tossing Horror up into the air and letting him land face first on the mat. He's going to do it again, 2 back to back. Horror definitely having the air pushed out of his body there, and it looks like Jay Musa may be looking for something here, signaling the thumbs down, and it looks like he may be going for the pride fall once again, and he lands it once again. Into the cover, this could be done. But no, Horror just rolling his shoulder off the mat. Not a lot in that kick out after the second pride fall, but Undying managing to hold on to his position in this one so far. Trying to go for that backdrop again, but it's a big elbow to the head and then a big knee to the face. Now, has Horror got Jay Musa stunned? Yes, he has. It looks like he's going to go for the big suplex. Horror trying to move faster. He's taken 2 of Jay Musa's best shots, and he knows he doesn't want to take a third. Barely kicking out the second, so now doing everything he can, targeting those shoulders, targeting those arms, trying to take the power away. Horror doing everything in his power to just drain Jay Musa in this one. Another suplex, no, stopped by Jay Musa, countered with a suplex of his own. Big knee once again though, sends Musa down to the mat. He's on Dream Street. There's Horror looking for here. Going to try and drag Musa over to the ropes, I think, but no. Actually getting stunned with those elbows instead. Musa now. Oh no, he's got him hooked. Big suplex, exploder, variation of the suplex. Dropping Horror down to the mat once again. Jey Musa now just waiting to see what Horror's going to do. Thinks he's got Horror in a bad position, and he has as he goes for another suplex. Just compacting the spine of Horror. And Musa now trying to fire up, but you can hear the fans are not impressed by Jey Musa whatsoever so far. I think it's a little bit of a harsh reaction from the fans. Musa is showing out in this one so far against Horror, but Raw is going to struggle. Oh! Tries to go for that corner spear again, but gets caught by a big DDT from Horror. Now Horror going for the single leg Boston Crab. Still trying to take away that base. Big strength shown there from Musa though to kick Horror off. Horror is no slouch, he's not a small man whatsoever, but Jey Musa is showing that he can battle with the best of them when it comes to strength. Musa, big shot to the side of the face, taking a little bit of a more striking offense here before whipping Horror out to the floor. What has he got planned for Horror on the floor? Nothing so far, because Horror fires back with a big shot and he's going to take it straight back inside. Knows he doesn't want to take that extra damage on the concrete. Catching Musa. Musa tries to go for a grapple into the neck breaker. And the fans chanting, this is awesome, and I can only agree. It's been a great match between these two so far. Horror, look at the strength from Horror, getting him up to the shoulders, dropping him across the knees. And we usually see Horror hit the ropes after this and go for that big side kick to the face. Jey Musa may be out. Horror though, deciding not to go for a cover and just try to wear down Musa more. Float over, big DDT. Both of these men have felt each other's strongest shot so far, and they're still hanging around in this one as both men countering back and forth, trying to take advantage. Again, Horror going for those big double stomps that he uses so well, trying to go for the kitchen sink again but gets caught. Musa trying to go for the exploder, but he gets stopped. Back and forth action, but there is the kitchen sink. Into the corner goes Jey Musa, going to get bounced off of that corner into a huge back suplex from Horror. Horror now, what is he looking to line up for here? Going to go for another one of those strike combinations. Like I said, he's put people out with these in the past, and he may just put Jey Musa out with it as he targets the elbows once more. Going to go for a cover over both of those arms. But no, Musa kicks out. He wasn't quite out. I see what Horror's doing there. He's making him use the arms, making him use the damaged parts of his body to kick out. Very smart choice by Horror. Spinning elbow drop to the midsection. Gonna go for the cover again, but no, not quite. Horror thinks there should have been a faster count from the referee, but that's probably just frustration on his part. But here he goes. When he usually does this cross-legged sit down is when he goes for the knockout, but it does get caught. No pitch black this time round. Musa stunning Horror. Gonna set him up against that middle rope. What is Musa looking for here now? Going to the outside. Oh my god, what is he looking for here? Oh, big neck breaker, and you saw the way that Horror hung off of that middle rope straight back into the top. And Jey Musa going up top, not something I thought I'd see. Tries to go for the splash, but lands across the knees of Horror, but that can't have felt good. That's a 230-pound man, sorry, 330-pound man going across your knees. Can't feel great, but it stops Horror from taking the full impact. Musa though still fighting in this one, both men fighting back and forth, the strike offense being stifled, the grappling offense being stifled on the other side. Big strikes into the corner. Horror is stunned, and Musa is looking to put Horror up onto the top rope. Dangerous territory for both of these men right now. What is Musa going to look for? Double underhooks. Oh my god. Double underhook suplex on the top rope by Musa. Horror's back must be screaming in pain, and that could set up for another prideful, but Horror manages to move to the side, but doesn't manage to make any offense count afterwards. You're going to see another suplex here from Musa, more damage to the spine, and you have to think if another one of those prideful comes now, Horror could find himself in a very bad position. but he gets popped up. Samoan drop, and that's not going to feel great on the back either. But Horror somehow managing to kick out. There's a reason that they call him Undying, because he won't lay down, but Musa drops him again, and he's going to look to line up for another prideful. This is exactly what we saw him do a minute ago, and I don't know if Horror can face a third. But instead, Musa gets him up onto the shoulders, drops him across that top rope. Horror is in a world of trouble here as Musa's checking for cuts on the face. But Horror out at 2. It looked like he was in trouble. He wasn't moving, and now Musa going to use that strength to squeeze the neck of Horror. What a match this has been between these two men so far. Perfect matching of two different styles here as Musa is wearing down Horror, but Undying as he is, he won't stop, but does get back body dropped onto that back once again, and that back must be screaming. Tries to go for the pop-up, but it's a pop-up DDT instead. But look at this, from Musa back to his feet, and he's going to hit the T-bone. This is unreal action from these two men right now. Musa to the top. We saw him try and fly earlier, but gets caught, but this time lands fully across the chest of Horror, and you can see the pain that Horror's feeling for that one. Cover, but only a 2 count. Horror is still in this one, and it's starting to get to that point where you're wondering, how are they going to put each other away? Tries to go for the strike with Musa, but gets countered, caught by Horror, taken down now. Horror just going for a side headlock takeover, going back to the basics of wrestling, just anything to try and wear down Musa. He's taken a lot of offense as Horror. That signature stomp, gonna go for the roundhouse to follow it. Musa may be out, but only a 1 this deep into the match. That is incredible. And now going for those arms once again. Horror may have switched his emphasis to look for the tap instead of looking for the knockout. But Musa manages to get out of that one. You saw that punch almost sent Horror out of the ring just with one punch, and a huge pulling clothesline from Jay Musa. But a sweep of the leg from Horror, and both of these men are starting to feel the effects of this one. But the counters back and forth, neither willing to stop, neither willing to lie down, neither willing to quit. Jay Musa trying to go for a big kick there, may have been looking for another prideful, gets taken down, and now his leg being targeted with the single leg Boston Crab once again, and you can see Horror wrenching on it, trying to pop it out, but the strength of Musa once again just sends Horror reeling across the ring, and then a kick to the back that he's been targeting. Big shot to the face. What is Musa going to look for here? Oh my god, this huge sidewinder suplex. Horror in a world of trouble. Musa now going to send Horror down to the ground. Could he be looking to try and inflict a final shot? But no, instead just testing Horror's resolve, daring Horror to get back in the ring. Musa says he has that fighting blood, he has that fighting spirit from his ancestors. Horror said, take your fighting spirit and I'll raise you the undying soul of Horror. And he's going for that arm once again. He's looking for the tap. Musa in trouble, can't even manage to get himself a base to get out of this one right now. Spoke too soon once again. I really need to learn to stop cursing people. Big shot to the abdomen. Musa sends Horror off to the other side of the ring. He's going to go for that spear in the corner again, but gets caught by another DDT. Jay Musa may be in trouble here. Big suplex now from Horror. And a big kick to the chest as well. Horror starting to wind up those kicks. Oh, tries to double over Musa, but gets countered back. Musa with the snapmare, now targeting the neck. Horror though back to a vertical base, and those strikes firing off, stunning Musa with the shot to the jaw. And once again the head slams in the corner. He may even be holding onto the ponytail here, just slamming Musa's head off that corner turnbuckle. Tries to go for the shot, but somehow Musa is back to his feet, but he's going to get caught with a big European uppercut and drop to the ground again. And Horror is trying to fire up. Horror is trying to find the spirit to finish this one off. Another stomp to the arm. Moose's arms are in a world of trouble. May not even be able to use that strength offense. Super kick to the side of the face. Gonna go for the straight jacket. Into the cover. This could be it. Oh, but somehow 2.9. Somehow Moose rolls his shoulder. Roll up quickly. Horror thinks he can steal it. And he almost does it. Moose just managing to kick out. Horror back to the vertical base with the back body drop. Don't know how he's doing that with the damage that the back has taken from him so far. Now, looks like he's going to target the back. A bit of Moose's own medicine for him, as he's going to look to try and rip that shoulder out of the socket once again. Moose's arms are in a world of trouble. Cover. But Moose is resilient, and he is kicking out. What the? Wallace! Why is Wallace here? No, this has been an incredible match. Don't do this. Both of these men beaten down, but Rob Wallace into the ring. Pride of Scotland DDT. For God's sake, man. The chosen champion has come and broken up this match after what has been a great battle back and forth between these guys. And I have to agree with the fans here. Rob Wallace, why? Dropping Jay Musa with that driver off the shoulders. Rob Wallace ruining this match. Clearly has decided if this match doesn't have a resolution, that there's no way he can have a challenger. Oh no, Jay Moose has been through so much. The Highlands from Rob Wallace. And now turning his attention to Horror, who is the mandatory challenger for his title, and sending him off into the steps. Wallace now sending Horror into the barricade, and big headbutt sends Horror down to the floor. These two men have been through so much. They've been taking so much damage in this match. This just isn't even remotely fair. Oh my God. A baseball bat now in the hands of the chosen champion, who's already delivered enough damage as it is, as Jay Musa gets to his feet. No! A shot to the back of the head of Jay Musa. And as he follows round, he's just going to wail on Horror now. Rob Wallace taking these two men apart, these two prospective challengers to his belt. My God, Rob Wallace has absolutely decimated both of his potential challengers. Wait a second though, the GM is here. We haven't seen the GM and the owner since episode 1, but he is here, and it looks like he's here to address Rob Wallace. Rob Wallace is as shocked as anybody. Is he daring the GM to get in the ring? What is going on? And the champ does not like the sound of that. He's losing it in the ring here. The GM is making a statement here. Oh my God. Rob Wallace may have just put the nail in his own coffin. And you can see the champion absolutely losing it here. What an announcement, what a way to return to the show from the GM, making a triple threat match, and Rob Wallace has to regret his actions. But ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there from the GM himself. At Aftershock, it will be a triple threat match for the Chosen Championship. Immovable J Musa, Undying Horror, the Pride of Scotland, Rob Wallace. That is going to be one hell of a match. And also confirmed earlier tonight, we will see FaZe take on the man of the future, Creed Williams. This is going to be one hell of a heated bout. This has become extremely personal. I cannot wait to see that one. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. We have got one hell of a card for Aftershock, as we will see the Eclipse Championship being defended in a steel cage for the first time in HCCW. Little Miss Crazy, Jasmine Oka taking on the Divine One, Ayana. Again, a very heated rivalry will come to a head. But that's not all. We have even more championship implications and matches, but this one, hugely personal. The Resistance against RIP Mob. If the Resistance lose this match, they cannot challenge for Dre Death Row's world title while he is world champion. But speaking of personal, there is no more personal match on this card than Brian Bennett taking on Luther Rose in a no DQ match. We have seen these men battling back and forth all over arenas, wherever we've gone. We've even had to start a ban to not let them in the arenas, not let them near each other until Aftershock. That will go down, and that will be one hell of a match. And we heard the controversial decision of the DC to let Toxicity take on the Demon Clan for the HCCW World Tag Team Championship, but you'd have to imagine that they will be lurking somewhere close in the background. And then in the main event, a culmination of everything that we've seen going on recently with RIP Mob, the Resistance, and Shane Vector. Shane Vector will get his crack at Dre Death Row for the HCCW World Heavyweight Championship, and Dre has said that it will be a straight one-on-one match. No shenanigans like we saw at Blood Sacrifice. A straight 1-versus-1, and Shane Vector feels like the odds are in his favor with that being the case. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode. We will see you this Sunday at HCCW Aftershock. Make sure you tune in and see you there.